feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that dude famous. I made that dude famous.
With the breach of 3 levees protecting New Orleans, the landscape of the city has changed dramatically, tragically, and perhaps irreversibly. There's now over 25 feet of water where there was once city streets and thriving neighborhoods.
I hate the way they portray us in the media. If you see a black family, it says they're looting. See a white family, it says they're looking for food. And you know it's been 5 days because most of the people are black. And even for me to complain about, I would be a hypocrite because I've tried to turn away from the TV because it's too hard to watch. I've even been shopping before even giving a donation. So now I'm calling my business manager right now to see what is the biggest amount I can give, and just to imagine if I was down there, and those are my people down there. So anybody out there that wants to do anything that we can help with the setup, the way America is set up to help the poor, the black people, the less well off as slow as possible. I mean, this is Red Cross is doing everything they can. We already realize a lot of the people that could help are at war right now, fighting another way, and they've given them permission to go down and shoot us.
And subtle, but in even many ways more profoundly devastating, is the lasting damage to the survivors' will to rebuild and remain in the area. The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear.
That I will execute the office.
In the Rose Garden today, the 3 men who ignited a national firestorm over racial profiling sat down for a beer. Harvard professor Henry Louis Gates and Police Sergeant James Crowley, who arrested Gates in his own home, were invited by the president to talk about lowering the temperature on race. The president said he hoped to turn this controversy into a teachable moment for the nation. But today, he downplayed expectations for what has become known as the Beer Summit.
This is not a summit, guys. This is 3 folks having a drink at the end of the day, and hopefully giving people an opportunity to listen to each other. And that's really all it is.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
The young lady seems like a perfectly nice person. She's getting her award. What's he doing?
Why would he do that?
He's a jackass.
And at one part of the evening, I introduced Kanye West. Were you watching?
Nope.
You remember what he said?
Yes, I do. He called me a racist.
Well, what he said was George Bush doesn't care about black people.
That says he's a racist. And I didn't appreciate it then, and I don't appreciate it now. It's one thing to say, you know, I don't appreciate the way he's handled his business. It's another thing to say this man's a racist. I resent it. It's not true. And it was one of the most disgusting moments of my presidency.
As far as it being the worst moment of his presidency, you know, I can't really speak to that, you know. But as his take, his explanation, I completely agree with, and I empathize with totally. And I felt like that the entire time.
Oh, really?
That, you know, I was being, you know, hailed as a hero, and everyone saying, yo, I'm so happy you said that, and I didn't like you before, but now I like you because you said this. And you just sit there and you know in your heart as a person that I empathize with.
Getting weird.
And then afterwards, we go to the edit, and this is when everyone knew Kanye was going to be a star. And we were watching sketches. We were like, yeah, we could watch some sketches. No one's ever seen these before. We show him like the Rick James sketch and all these great sketches. And in the middle of it, Kanye's phone rings, and he's like, hello? He goes, no, I can't. No, because I'm at the edit for the Dave Chappelle show, watching sketches that no one's seen before. And then it goes like this, because my life is dope, and I do dope, and he hung up the phone.
A lot of people say, okay, well, you know, oh, you have to do music.
I'm going to keep doing music. But what if people told me I couldn't rap? What would have happened? What if people told me I couldn't perform? You know, I'm only 36 years old. I have other goals and other things. And I'm going to use my platform, every platform, to stand up and say, I want to make something. I want to make the next Ralph Lauren. And that was the point of the Zayn interview, that say people don't stand up and protect their dreams. People are too scared of getting, you know, spoofed in a way. And the irony of it is so many people that are creatives. Think about a creative person in school. When you picture them, you probably picture them all the way in the back of the class, sketching or maybe getting beat up. And I'm the one creative. And this is the reason why I went on stage. This is the reason why I did this. Because creatives have got beat up my entire life. And there's moments where I stood up to drug dealers in Chicago and said, you can't have my publishing, come and kill me. Do whatever you're going to do, but you're not going to bully me. You're not going to stop me, because my mother made me believe in myself. No matter how many people tell me, stop believing in yourself. Stop saying what you can do. Stop affirming what you're going to do and then completing that in real life. That's the improper way to do it. I refuse to follow those rules that society has set up in the way that they control people with low self-esteem, with improper information, with branding, with marketing. I refuse to follow those rules. It's about truth. It's about information. It's about awesomeness. And the only luxury is time, the time you spend with your family. That's the only luxury. So this concept of luxury is improper to me. It's about, you know, with Nike, with Apple. Do you remember there was phones that cost $4,000? You know, that's ridiculous. Yeah, somebody pull out a Virtu phone right now. You look ridiculous. But there's people who still spend $5,000 on this bag, $10,000 on this, to kind of say exactly what I said before. Oh, we're better than you. We're this than you. Yeah, I mean, taste, culture, art, you know, just the quality of life. You know, this is what I'm here to do. So when I compare myself to Steve Jobs or Walt Disney, Howard Hughes, David Stern, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Jesus, or whatever it is, I'm saying these are my heroes. These are people that I look up to. This is the type of impact I want to make on the earth. If I can make this type of impact up to this point, what can I do if you call Bob Iger? So I was speaking at the Art Institute last year, and one kid came up to me and he said, 3 of my friends died and I don't know if I'm gonna be the next. And it has to, you know, you have to think like, you know, when you're a senior and it's like the last month and you just don't feel like doing any more work, if you feel like you're seeing people dying right next to you, you might feel like, what's the point? You know, like life could be like, start to feel worthless.
You may have heard about this. Kanye is thinking about running for Speaker of the House. It couldn't get any stranger. But in case Kanye is serious about this whole POTUS thing, or as he calls it, PZ,
Did I get that one right?
Just friends, and he's a good man. Doing well. Long time. We've been friends for a long time. Life. We discussed it.
Money in 2020. Do you think that's something you still want to do in life this meeting? Kanye, are you considering performing at the inauguration this year? Kanye, no comment about your meeting with the president-elect. This is the president-elect of the United States. Nothing to say.
Victim mentality is not cool. I don't know why people like being oppressed. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I love oppression. We're oppressed. 400 years of slavery, Jim Crow, which, by the way, none of you guys lived through. Your grandparents did, and it's embarrassing that you utilize their history. You're not living through anything right now. You're overly privileged Americans.
So she tweeted that video. It got tens of thousands of retweets, including one pretty important set of eyeballs.
Yes, Kanye West. Everyone knows Kanye West. He says, I love the way Candace Owens thinks. Well, that got a lot of backlash and continues to.
Don't let it pass. You said that slavery was around for 400 years. At a point, it becomes a choice?
Yeah. Yeah, right now we're choosing to be enslaved. We're like, okay, so...
Is that fair?
It's the mob. The mob tries to tell you what to think. The mob tries to make all blacks be Democrats for food stamps and stuff. It's the mob. Like, understand that. And what you saw on TMZ was a person, screaming for love, losing that had lost some of his soul. Even with that, I didn't realize how much Chicago and the black community loved me until I saw the outcry on how I made them feel. Ooh. Because
pissed.
Yeah. Because think about it, the day before, they just talking shit about an outfit of mine. The day before, my album coming out and they ain't even playing it in my own city. The day before, they talking shit about my family. The day before, you get what I'm saying? So I didn't feel the love either. And it's like, oh yeah, now I know. I've been away building a relationship with Elon Musk, building a relationship with Jack Dorsey from Twitter, building a relationship with the president when no one wanted to build a relationship. No one wanted to have a dialogue. You just want to be like, oh, fuck this nigga, fuck this nigga. Fuck. I said, look, I don't agree with all the policies, but y'all ain't going to make me not talk to them. And if I got to be a coon because I'm talking to it, then that's just what it's going to be. But I'm going to talk to them. I'm not going to be controlled by tradition because that's how they got us. It's a choice. Monolithic thought. They feel like they put a black person in a red car in the middle of a basketball game that we're going to buy this car. They pandering to us because they think that we easily controlled and that we'll control ourselves. We do more acts of violence on ourselves. I don't want to say, I'm not going to say other cultural names, but you hear black on black crime. You've heard that term, right? So think of other cultures, other races, other names. I don't hear about blank on blank crime. I'm saying blank on blank because it's them boys don't play. You can't even say their name out loud. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I also want to talk about racism. People's like, man, Trump's racist. If racism was a deal breaker, then we need to get out of America, period. He just show you what it is. It's like the grass is cut low now. It's like we get to really see, and that's my whole thing, exposure. Now you can make a decision for yourself. Because otherwise, we would have been pacified. And being pacified, you're not going to cure the cancer. Now we woke for real. Yeah. Okay.
Actually, blacks weren't always Democrats. It's like the plan they did to take the fathers out the home and promote welfare. Does anybody know about that? That's a Democratic plan. Now you got a situation where we need to have a dialogue and not a diatribe. Because if you want something to change, it's not going to change by saying, fuck that person. Try love. You see, they laughing at me. You heard them, they scream at me. They bully me. They bullied me backstage. They said, don't go out there with that hat on. They bullied me backstage. They bully me. And then they say I'm in a sunken place. You want to see the sunken place? Okay, I'm going to listen to y'all now. Or I'm going to put my Superman cape on. You can't tell me what to do. Some days, I'm not going to please everybody. Don't have truth, just naked minds. This ain't what they had in mind, but maybe someday. Follow your heart and stop following your mind. That's how we're controlled. That's how we're programmed. If you want the world to move forward, try love. Thank y'all for giving me this platform. I know some of y'all don't agree, but y'all be going at that man neck a lot, and I don't think it's actually that helpful. I think the universe has balance. 90% of news are liberal. 90% of TV, LA, New York, writers, rappers, musicians. So it's easy to make it seem like it's so one-sided. And I felt kind of free. I thought this country said I could be me. I love me too. And I love y'all too, so bring the band back. Bring the band back. If you felt that and you understand that, bring your motherfucking hands up. I feel kind of free. And this is what a real friend is. Will you let me be back? I know that was weird. That was so weird. I see in your face. But I mean,
Kanye, Kanye, Kanye. What do you say about Kanye? A lot. Today he says he wants to end the rift between Colin Kaepernick and President Trump by setting up a meeting. Yesterday, while wearing a red Trump hat, he tweets he wants to abolish the 13th Amendment. You know, the one that ended slavery? That was after changing his name early Saturday to, I don't know if it's Ye or Ye, it's Y-E, I don't know what it is. And later that same night, giving several bizarre performances on Saturday Night Live. One where he ranted about Trump and slavery and the media and plantations, to name a few. Chris Rock was in the audience. He recorded it and posted it on social media. A lot of people did.